What if I told you that XRP could easily surpass market cap with USDC? And remember, USDC is sitting at 30 billion in market cap. I've got an article to show you how it's possible. And Coinbase suing the SEC saying, hey, start giving us some clarity here. Well, we're going to take you to court. And a new crypto hearing has been announced. I've got the witness list for you. Is Gary Gensler going to be there? Are they going to hold him accountable? Will this session of Congress actually have teeth? All that coming up next. Started off with the heat map. We've got Bitcoin sitting at 27,427, ETH 1827. The market seems to be moving sideways until we get more of these reports coming out and until we actually find out, hey, is Jerome Powell and the Fed going to drop a 25 on us? XRP sitting at 45.7, down 1.8. XLM getting dangerously close to that 8.9 mark. We're going to be keeping an eye on that because yesterday they did their first quarter review. Absolutely nothing for their volume and price action. Weak economic data indicates growing risk of recession in the United States. That's right, we got some reports coming out here over the next few days. Weak reports will mean a recession is looming or we're already in one. Recession means that Jerome Powell and the Fed does not have to crank up the basis point hikes as much. Why? Because the economy is already cooling down. So if more of these reports suggest that we're cooling down, that puts more pressure on the Fed to take a pause. If the Fed takes a pause, cryptos can rally like that. We're going to be keeping an eye on the Fed here in the next week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. How does XRP surpass USDC in market cap? All starts with this. Global financial giant experiences 68 billion in outflows due to U.S. banking crisis. We're talking about Credit Suisse, everyone. The U.S. banking crisis has triggered a massive outflow of 68 billion from failed financial giant Credit Suisse. The bank revealed to Reuters that in quarter one of this year alone, 61 billion francs, equivalent to 68 billion in assets left in the bank, and this figure is still growing. Despite the outflows moderating as April 24th, they have yet to reverse, meaning more people are taking money out of banks. Why are they taking money out of banks in USDC? Well, USDC's reserves are held one-to-one in short-term securities as well as banks. So if their reserves are held in banks and banks are having problems, then USDC's reserves are in trouble. And that was the feather in the cap for USDC. USDC was like, look, we're proving our reserves every day, every week, we're awesome. Yeah, except where your reserves are in U.S. banks, and right now, U.S. banks are not considered sound footing for your money. So if you want to know how XRP is going to start making its way on up, you're going to see things tied to banking assets move on the way down, especially stable coins in the sector. I'm going to get into a chart here that'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Frustrated Coinbase sues the SEC for regulatory clarity. Here's essentially what happens. If the SEC says no to our rulemaking petition, which it has the right to do, then Coinbase would be allowed to challenge that decision in court and explain that in a formal setting why rulemaking is required. That is coming from their chief legal officer of Coinbase. Essentially what's going on here is they're like, look, SEC, there is some definite lack of clarity when it comes to crypto. Publish the stuff or we're taking you to court. You know what the SEC is going to say, because we've already heard them. Hey, the rules are already there. We just need to enforce them. And in fact, we need more taxpayer money to enforce them because crypto is so big. So no, the SEC is not going to kowtow you, Coinbase. In fact, they will take you to court. And that's the problem. So now if Coinbase is tied up in court with this, you're going to be waiting for years and years. Why? Because the U.S. legal system and anything in the United States does not happen quickly. Now that hearing that I told you about, right? New session of Congress, does it have teeth? I'm pissed off. You should be too. Here's that hearing, the future of digital assets, identifying the regulatory gaps in the digital asset market structure. One of the big things that came out of this hearing last time was when they said, hey, Gensler, you haven't been here for 18 months. We're glad you're showing up. Well, Patrick McHenry, if you really wanted to stick it to Gensler and start showing everyone that you have teeth and it's not all talk and no walk, you should have made him come back less than 2 weeks later. Even if he's just to sit there and take the abuse, you make the man come. Make him show up. But nope, they did not do that. Instead, they're taking a soft approach. So for those of you out there that are like, don't worry, the Republicans are going to come in and save us. No. Because when the Republicans had control, did they pass any new laws regarding crypto? No, they didn't. When the Democrats are in control, did they pass them? No, they didn't. They're playing ping pong with us and using us as financial tools to keep this mess going. Here's that list, though, of witnesses. Miss Marta Belcher, president and chair of Filecoin. Dan O'Gorfine, founder, CEO of Gattaca Horizons, Joshua Rivera, general counsel of Blockchain Capital, Zachary Zweighorn, partner, Davis Polk, and Miss Hillary Allen, professor of law, American University. Awesome. So we're going to talk a few hours and then what? I mean, like, seriously, if you want things to improve in the United States, you're going to have to move at a different pace. Change is needed. Here is that memorandum. You're welcome to read it. As always, an article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. Now on to a waste of time. Ripple CTO disproves the disbelief that XRP hit an all-time high of 384. Don't worry, we're going to get into XRP price action soon, but I want to share something with you. Why the hell is the CTO out there of this company wasting their time on Twitter just proving stupid stuff? How does any of this help? Here's the tweet, all right? This is from Sir Clown Sniper. No, you can't read. Your Patreon must be drying up. You've been in my comments every day. It's hilarious. Is that YouTube revenue drying up too? And you've got stats from XRP. Here's David Schwartz chiming in saying that 384 is a misleading number because it includes the Korean exchange rating valuing the won at the official exchange rate, which you cannot actually get. It was never possible to actually get 384 for one XRP. Still traded at 384. That's a fact. Exchange price is very... Dude is wasting his time. What help? Please tell me, what help is a CTO doing right now arguing all-time high prices? Seriously? How does that help your case whatsoever? A lot of us out there thinking, David Schwartz, you might be a genius when it comes to technical stuff, but you are an absolute boob when it comes to public presence of a company. He is doing more damage than good for XRP and Ripple Labs. Speaking of XRP price-wise, we had the big drop, and I said, hey, we were waiting for footing. We got that footing down here on the 21st at 44.2. Since then, we've stayed above the 45. We've gotten very, very close to touching that 45. We've been down to 45.1 two times, you can see here, and that's what the market is doing right now. You're going to see mega low volume until this dashed line, which is Jerome Powell and the Fed. Now, I said earlier, how does XRP surpass USDC and market cap? Well, first things first, USDC and market cap, pretty simple to see right here. You've got 30 billion in market cap with XRP sitting at 23. It ain't gonna take long. Why? Well, it has to do with the Credit Suisse thing that I brought up earlier. Yep, which is the doubts of banking around the globe. As you can see in market cap of USDC, since we had the problem with Silvergate, Silicon Valley, and Signature, the market has been like, yo, anything tied to US anything, getting out of it, no way, too risky. In fact, people are leaving USDC, citing it too risky based on its reserves, and instead going to USDT, where apparently money printer go burr. So you got Coinbase wanting to take SEC to court, and SEC is going to take them to court anyways because they believe they're doing the right thing. We saw it when Gary Gensler testified saying, hey, we have the laws here in the books. Security stuff of 33 and 34, that's plenty for us to go after crypto. You've got Ripple CTO over there arguing about all-time high technicalities. Seriously? Like, you don't have other better things to do? You don't have other things to do that would put a positive spin on either yourself, the company, or the product that you represent? Come on now, David Schwartz definitely doing more harm than good for Ripple Labs and the XRP community. I've gotten several emails now from people saying the exact same thing. Klaus, what is this idiot doing? How is he helping it? How come Brad Garlinghouse has not told David, shut the hell up, get off of Twitter, stop talking about XRP. If you want to be on Twitter, stop talking about Ripple Labs, just stop. People are starting to ask those questions. Now, some of the questions that we're starting to ask is, when are we going to get regulatory clarity in crypto? If we're lucky, we'll get stablecoin regulation in 2023. 2024, guess what, everyone? Biden said he's running again. And remember, Biden put Gensler in place. So if you want regs, you ain't going to get them in 2024 because they're going to be too busy running an election. So if you're lucky, you'll get crypto regs maybe in 2025. But remember, the people that are in control now are not pro-crypto, so don't look for those regs being anything juicy that'll benefit us at all.